Today's show brought to you in part by GoToMeeting. For a free 30-day trial, use code podcast at gotomeeting.com.
Honey, we're here, and boy, do we have a surprise for you. This is Trending RV. Hey everyone, welcome to Trending RV. I'm Courtney Wallen. Of course, Trending RV is our show all about all things social media pertaining to RV, travel, outdoors, and camping. And I'm joined by Andy McCaskey. How are you?
I am, and I'm intrigued because on the script here it says cruel but hilarious. We'll find out in a moment.
Cue evil laugh here. I've got a lot of good stuff in store. You might have to wait for just a couple stories until I get to the one that I teased. But let's start with Twitter. Of course, you can follow us on Twitter at RV Newsnet. Andy, this first one comes from the Travelettes. They've got some great contributors, great content, girls that are all over the world, blogging and posting. This one comes from New Zealand. It says, 2 girls, 2 islands, 1 camper van, camping it up in New Zealand. And we've actually had a lot of conversation about camper vans in Australia and the New Zealand area. And I just found this to be really interesting because it was 2 girls who had not done a road trip in a van before, in a camper van or an RV. And so the first line, and Andy, maybe this isn't kosher, but it says, dude, where's my bra? And she says, typically this isn't something that I would be saying to my girlfriend, but when you're in close proximities, it's hard to keep organized. So they went around New Zealand, and at first they were a little leery of this camper van experience. But it only took, within a short day, they said they were completely sold on the idea because they said they were convinced that they made the right decision. But road tripping and camping was the only possible way to cover as much ground as they did in the time that they did.
Yeah, and you can see, I think we've got pointed to a different machine there. That was maybe pointed to a Skype machine.
It is.
What I was looking at, you can see the van. You can see the van there. And
I don't have your computer, so that's why it's not pointing.
You're not able to find my computer.
Anyways,
well,
so I can pull the van up.
Yes, you can pull the van, and of course, from our point of view, it's kind of driving on the wrong side of the road.
Yep.
But it's amazing how popular these are in other parts of the world, and it's just now coming to the States.
Yes, and I mean, it's becoming popular, and I think this article, this post is really, really going to help open up the eyes of not just people here in the United States, but overseas. But they were able to cover like some 1,600 miles in 12 days because of this. And really, there's no other way. Clearly, you can cover lots of miles when you're flying, but you are not discovering the in-between point A and point B. And it just looks like they had a fantastic time. And if you are familiar with the Travelettes, you know that these ladies are quite the glampers, if you will, and they're sold in the camper van. So 2 girls just really had a great time, and they talk about their experience, and these pictures are just absolutely beautiful. And Andy, it kind of looks like some Instagram or some kind of app like that was used to take these pictures. But
I suspect that maybe they're enhanced a little bit. The phrase that I pulled out of here: most campsites in New Zealand incredibly civilized.
Yes.
Wireless internet, hot showers, well-equipped kitchens, TV rooms, barbecues, and hot tubs. And they also talk, and hot tubs.
That's the way to travel. That is the way to travel. They actually said too that a couple times they pulled off to the side of the road in legal places to pull off the side of the road and just kind of do almost, what we call here boondocking, where they just kind of make a campfire at a place where, again, it's legal to do so. And they said, man, that was just way worth it. There's nothing that can replace the evening and hearing all the great noises of nature. So they got a really neat experience, and I really enjoyed this article. So hats off to the Travelettes, to a great post there. So check it out. That will be on our show notes. Of course, you can follow them on Twitter at Travelettes as well. So moving on to the next, Facebook. Now, Andy, this is where the tease came from, and I have to give credit to Laughter is Cheaper Than Medicines. That's their Facebook page. Laughter is cheaper than medicine. And this is the photo. It says, "We're here, honey. You can come out." Let me bring that down there.
Okay, I see.
So, Andy, I know that you're much more well-behaved than that, and you would never do that to that kind wife of yours. But, you know, I imagine that there's some situations after a long road trip where you would feel like wanting to
It might be. And that looks like a wonderfully photoshopped poster, the sort of thing that you might have in your office cube.
I mean, this picture on Facebook had 462 shares, had over 300 likes, and just a boatload of comments. I couldn't not share it. It would be unethical to not share this on Trending RV, because guess what? This is trending, and it's an RV. And of course, that's a truck camper, which are very popular with especially fishermen and the outdoors. Kind of sportsman,
and really skilled, good backup mirrors.
Yeah,
very able to go through.
Very skilled backup mirrors. So that is from Facebook. Moving on here to Google Plus. Now we're going to get a little bit more serious, Andy. A problem that we talk about, and I will be the first to admit that I do this sometimes, and it doesn't make any sense, because I know that nothing is worth the life of me or someone else to endanger them, and especially when you are driving an RV. If I ever see someone driving an RV and reading a Nook or reading a Kindle or texting, I think that I would do something really out of character to bring attention to the fact that they shouldn't be doing this. So this was a video that, again, was just trending all over Twitter, Facebook, Google+, all those places, and just bringing awareness to the whole texting and driving. So they did this impossible text, Andy. And have you ever, I mean, we've all tried it. Have you tried to text and drive and email? It's not very...
You just don't want to do that.
Yeah.
But you see it happening. And and particularly if you're in a commuting situation, or, you know, incredibly, on the interstate, you know, 70 miles an hour going down the road, you pull past somebody and they're, you know, reading or texting away.
Yep. So here is the impossible driving test. I'll go ahead and play this for a little bit, and you can check it out.
Il y a une note ministérielle qui vient de tomber, je ne sais pas si tu es au courant. Il y a toutes des mesures au niveau sécurité routière qui vont être prises. On va au contraire obliger les gens à savoir utiliser un GSM en conduisant. Dans le périmètre maintenant, on va devoir passer à un test GSM. Tu dois pouvoir envoyer un SMS et éviter un obstacle et passer à côté.
Oh putain!
Ah oui. C'est pas moi qui l'ai inventé, tu peux regarder ici, voilà.
Ouais. Il y en a beaucoup qui vont se cracher avec ça, je te dis ça.
Je veux bien croire, hein. Voilà, ton GSM, je vais chercher des frites. Regarde tout ce qu'on s'en va.
Ah oui.
Oh là là. Nous rentrerons en retard ce soir. Et attention que je corrige les fautes après, hein. Regarde comment tu m'as écrit, école. Oh là.
Ah oui, c'est impossible.
Ah, je suis de retour ce soir.
All right, so Andy, they are showing here the impossible nature of texting and driving, and can you imagine pulling a rig?
So the students, or the student driver, the driver actually thinks this is a part of the driving
Oh yeah,
test.
they're saying I'm
right,
not
so they're
going to
being
pass.
punked.
Yeah, they're being punked, and it's
Yeah.
like, I'm not going to pass. This isn't going to happen. And I mean, I want to. We may play this at the end. If I don't, you got to check it out. But look, I mean, he literally almost flies out of the car like 3 times because they're just. Look, there you go. There's
Wow.
that. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. That's what you hear, and they're freaking out. Like, you said, people will die. But can you imagine pulling a trailer or driving a Class A motorhome? And I really, really, really hope people are smarter. You know, smart enough not to do that. And oh man,
wow, what a great video.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
Sometimes you just need the visual, and although that was done in a lighter form than some other videos I've shown, I just want to encourage you. It's on our Google Plus page, of course, in the show notes as well. Tweet that out, post it on Facebook, do it on your Google Plus, whatever it is. I think that's a great video, and it brings great attention and awareness to the very important subject of not texting and driving. So don't do it. I know that I have tendencies to want to, and I just have to throw the phone back because nothing's more important than someone else's life. So
right.
Let's see here. Coming up next, Pinterest lighter. Got to get to the lighter side now.
You seem to have a common theme here.
I do, and it's not, and I'm not even pulling from the same places. So this first one, this only Pinterest post that I have for today. How could I not pin this? How can I not pin this? What it is, it's a scooter with a VW van sidecar, and we have had a very VW van conversion week, and it's been unintentional, Andy. It's just they're very popular, I guess. We've had the tent,
Exactly.
we've had the New Zealand trip.
Wow, what the workmanship on this
Isn't that
sidecar
cool?
is, yeah.
So, you can only imagine passing one of those on the road. But, maybe a fun way to get the little one in your life excited to drive an RV someday. What do you think?
Yeah, I think well done. Well done.
So that's from neatorama.com. If you click on the pin one more time, it'll take you to the site. So that's on our Pinterest, of course, on the trending RV board. That wraps it up. But no show would be complete without our 30 seconds of shameless plugging. So be sure to check out Trending RV and all our other great shows on our Boxee app. Of course, you can subscribe to the RVNN Daily. It comes out every single Friday. We've got great social media contributors. We are, of course, on Pinterest, like we said. All of our shows have boards, Google+. Be sure to circle us, give us a thumbs up on Facebook, and follow us on Twitter. And last but not least, we are on Roku. All of our shows are on that. We're under the travel section. Be sure to subscribe, tell a friend, and give us a rating. We would greatly appreciate it. Not my best performance on my 30 seconds, but I'll take it. And, of course, Trending RV is 3 days a week, and this is the second one we've done this week. We've got one more coming at you tomorrow. Have a good one, everyone. We'll see you then.
Hey Gabe, wanna go for a walk? Gabe? Gabe? Gabe?
Hey, buddy, you lost? Hold on.
If your pet is the adventuresome type, be sure he's connected to PetHub. A quick scan using any smartphone shares your pet's vital information so that even his wildest escapades have a happy ending. PetHub, reuniting pets with their families.
Come on, Gabe, let's go home.